Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about, do you know it? Yes, we discuss about how to develop listening materials. Now we start about types of listening practice. So different classifications have been developed for listening practice. Nation and Newton distinguished two broad types of listening called one-way listening and two-way listening. They consider one-way listening as transactional listening and two-way listening as interactional listening. So, on the other hand, this classification makes a distinction between conventional and contemporary views of listening. Traditionally, the aim of listening, according to Brown and Newton, was to transfer information through one-way listening. For this reason, the use of monologues was in vogue in traditional listening materials. However, more contemporary views of listening favor two-way listening similar to everyday interactions. As a result, recent materials focus on dialogues for their dynamicity and their interactive natures. Now, we discuss about 6 types of classroom listening performance. So according to Brown, suggests there are 6 types of classroom listening performance. The first is reactive. The second is intensive. The third is responsive. The fourth is selective. The fifth is extensive. And then the sixth is interactive. For Rowe's classification, very similar to that proposed by Brown. So consists of the first is intensive listening. The second is selective listening. The third is interactive listening. The fourth, extensive listening. Number 5, responsive listening. And the last is autonomous listening. Okay. Now we discuss about intensive listening. Okay. So intensive listening focuses on such elements as phonology, syntax, and lexis. Rowe goes on to define intensive listening as listening to a text closely with the intention to decode the input for purpose of analysis. So this analysis may happen at the level of sounds, words, and grammatical, as well as pragmatic units. Number 2 is selective listening. Selective listening, as Brown asserts, refers to scanning the audio materials selectively to gather certain information. Rowe considers selective listening as a listening with the plain purpose in mind. Okay. That is, selective listening is used to refer to attending to only what you want to hear and turning out everything else. And that Morley states that selective listening is a sine qua non for more extended and more complex listening activities that learners come across in academic contexts. Number 3, interactive listening. Interactive listening refers to conversational interactions between the learners and the speakers. The listener receives the message and provides the speaker with feedback. Collaborative conversation is considered vital for interactive listening. Ross mentioned that collaborative conversation forces both comprehensible output and negotiations. Such conversation improve interaction among learners. To promote interaction, according to Roast, learners should be involved in collaborative tasks because such tasks require negotiations and meaning clarification in order to arrive at an outcome. Number 4 is extensive listening. Extensive listening aims to develop global understanding of spoken language. However, RUST refers to extensive listening as a meaning, focused listening activities for an extended period of time. Learners are expected to reach full comprehension during extensive listening by listening to lengthy lectures, conversation, and broadcast. Okay, now we move to responsive listening. Responsive listening is a classroom listening activity used to elicit immediate response. As a result, the goal of this activity is the listener's response. Okay, so focus on the listener response. Some examples include asking questions, giving comments, seeking clarification, and the last is checking comprehension. Number 6 is interactive listening. Autonomous listening refers to independent and self-directed listening in which the teacher plays no role. It is believed that all types of natural language acquisition, such as acquisition of first language by children or second language acquisition in real context, are considered autonomous listening because all aspects of listening are decided by listeners themselves. Benson believes that the heart of autonomy is the idea of control. In this way, learners have the responsibility for the type of learning, such as implicit or explicit, the type of feedback, and the type of monitoring. All types of above-mentioned listening skills, such as intensive, selective, or responsive, can be included in autonomous listening. Okay, so that's all for this meeting. Thank you. And the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.